I'd like to end with presenting before you two exciting new opportunities which I feel are going to be the things that people are going to talk about 5 years from now. And very briefly, one is the area of how do you scale the teacher. It's been a perennial problem for policymakers and educationists. How do you provide enough teachers to take care of the vast millions, especially in a situation where becoming a teacher is probably not the most rewarding profession? The other secondary challenge is that for forever, since the education in the modern format was invented, students always had the opportunity only to learn from their local community. So you go to a local school, you go to a local college, and you sort of in this isolated ecosystem. The e-learning marketplaces that I spoke about allow every student to get a e-mentor. So now you're no longer limited to learning from the teachers who exist in your city. You can find a mentor of your own. Now, a couple of interesting things will happen. Countries like India, where you have 5 million teachers who are underpaid and unrewarded, will start teaching students in the US, where the average spend per child is $7,000 per annum, the price at which you can educate an entire village for a year in India. I think the days are not too far away when being a teacher is going to become an extremely rewarding profession, because the internet is going to give power to teachers to earn a second income. So when you come back home from school, you can have a set of 10 clients who are located in Germany, Japan, Netherlands, and the US, and you can charge $20 an hour for your expertise, even though your local community far undervalues your skills. So we will see the emergence of communities that will be able to connect learners to students. It has already started happening in a small way. In India today, there are more than 10 different e-tutoring operators, like Learning R, for instance, which provide tutors to students across the world. The second exciting opportunity, I think, which is going to change the shape of how classrooms and schools behave today, is the area of one-on-one computing. I'm sure all of you have heard about the one laptop per child, the Classmate PC initiative, spearheaded by MIT and Intel. What this initiative is doing is it's going to give a digital device in the backpack of every single child. And when that happens, the classroom suddenly starts looking completely different. Now, instead of carrying a 10-pound school bag, students now have a small, sleek little computer. But the magic is not in the computer that the child is carrying. The magic is in two words: content and connectivity. The moment you have a device that can be connected to the internet, you have the ability to dive into the collective knowledge of the entire world. And that makes the job of a teacher in a classroom extremely different and difficult. Teachers have always been looked upon as sources of knowledge. You never challenge your teacher. But in today's age, when you have the opportunity to access teachers across the globe, think for a moment what that is going to do to the teacher's political power in the classroom. Therefore, the conclusion is classrooms are going to change. The pedagogy, the instructional materials, the methodologies, the skills and practices that teachers are going to use in the classroom are going to become completely different, because now the child has the power to connect and learn from other sources, disparate sources as well. The device that the child is going to carry is going to contain all the digital content that the child wants. And again, I want to emphasize, this is not tomorrow, this is here and now. And you can see these devices in action right now. So in the next 18 months, millions of students across the world will be carrying a small little computer. It doesn't matter what you call it. There will be many different versions available 18 months from now, which will carry 3D digital content. It will carry e-assessments. It will allow students to rank not just themselves with respect to their own classmates. So no longer will you say, I have come 5th in my class of 40 students. You're going to say, I am 153rd in the whole of India, or the entire world. Oh, the time is over. So I attempted to give you a brief idea of what are the new exciting opportunities and how e-learning practices are going to change the way cognition, socio-constructivism and instructional development. We'll have more time to talk about them in our question and answer session. Thank you so much.